Let's turn the microphone on. Hey, everybody. I'm experimenting with a fretless bass sound. It's not quite right, but it's close. Yeah, the Matriarch is the star. So tonight we're going to drone a lot because it's easier. It's easier on my old arm. Let me know if there's a lot of clipping. I'm hearing a little buzz now and then. Something in here is overloading just a little bit. Shoulder's the same. It'll be that way for about 4 weeks. So tomorrow I go to the hospital and I get jump started because my heart's not beating right. And after that happens, it takes 4 weeks before they can do the nerve thing. So I'm going to be doing standing streams like this for the next month or so. The aftertouch curve on at least on my Matriarch, I'm going to assume they're all the same. Tolerances aside in manufacturing, the aftertouch curve is really nice. Very playable. Said Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Let's turn the glide up. We should probably bring in the Yeah, a bit more tubey. That would be what? Let's change some of these oscillators around. A little more hollow. Better? Okay. Turn them all down. All right, what's going on? Who's here? Let's see. Andy, Audrey, Craig, Jeff. Hey, guys. Hey, Wookie. Let's see. What else am I missing? You've all scrolled off because I've got the text expanded to be blind man size. Will, hey. Casual noises. Let's see. Eddie Sonic, hey there. Oh, you guys came in early. Thanks. Cool. So I've got 4 different drones set up. You're listening to one. 4 different drones and 4 different keys-ish. And I figured I'll spend 15 minutes in each one. So we're in G. G something. I'm not sure what. I wasn't really paying attention. And we'll move from G to A to F to E throughout the course of this. And the only instrumentation I've got is what's in the drones. And each drone's a little different as far as timbre is concerned. All the drones are coming out of the box. So I've got 3 or 4 software synthesizers basically doing drones. You can hear, right? And I've got basically 3 or 4 different sort of timbre sets for each of the drones and the different root note. So we'll do that. And then instrumentation, I have the Rick bass. And I'm experimenting with this fretless sort of patch I'm working on. To me, it sounds more like a synth trying to be fretless, which is what it is. But we'll get there. I haven't found a really good fretless sample library I like yet. I'm looking around. If you have suggestions, let me know. Hey, I sing the Body Electric. Welcome. So sound-wise, I've got that and the Rick, and then we're just doing the Matriarch today. The Matriarch is glued up into the modular, and if you're on the Discord, I shared a little preview of how this is set up in a video I'm working on. But what's going on is I like Moog synths. I'll give you a little background real quick. I like Moog synths. The thing that disappoints me about Moog synths is some tuning issues, and there are a few things that Moog has never really embraced, one of them being wave folders. Now they have now. The latest synth, the Muse and the Mavis, has wave folders in them, but the Matriarch does not. None of the others do. And since the Matriarch is semi-modular, I'm like, why don't I wire in some wave folders? So that's part of an experiment I'm doing. The other thing is, what I really want Moog to do is release synths that have the standard Moog, analog stuff, but I want them to use digital oscillators too, because it's a broader timbre palette. And so I'm like, this is a grand experiment for me. I'm going to use the Matriarch from the modular. If you guys were watching back in January, I've got a bunch of digital oscillators for the modular. And so I've glued a few of them into here. And I like what's happening with them. And I'm experimenting. But I'm trying to make different sounds and things like that. And I'm making a little video about that. It'll come out on the channel in a week or two. But this rat's nest is the Matriarch with modular stuff glued in here. And this big green box is the old Calculon enclosure that my son and I made. And I'm never getting rid of it, but aesthetically it's not great. So what I've done is I've ordered a new wooden enclosure sort of side panel system for the Matriarch. It's these side panels that sort of bolt on. And then it's got, similar to like the Arteria modular sort of case system, it's got this winged thing that comes up and has a few rows in there. And it's made of wood and it looks really pretty. So I'm going to use that and turn this thing into, like the Mini, it'll be a collector's item of my collection, right? So it'll be this nice modular thing. And the point isn't necessarily to continuously rewire everything all the time and make new patches, although that'll be an option. What I really want is to maintain the Matriarch's signal flow and sort of archetype, but fit in digital oscillators and then be able to apply some wave folders to the Moog oscillators and fix a few things. People always complain about the Moog ladder filter, that when you increase the resonance, the bass falls off, which is actually a feature for a lot of people. They want that bass roll off. And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. So I have put a nice little analog EQ in here, a little 3-band like DJ EQ. And I can just bump the low end when I increase the resonance. Chef's kiss, works great. So let's see. Yeah, standing. How do you control the glide? Well, there's a glide knob. So let's see. Hold on. Oh, I've just realized I've not seen all the chat. Hang on. It always defaults to like top chat, but I'm not sure how its algorithm determines like what's top. Like, and some people get abandoned. All right, that's it. We'll see everything now. Yeah. So it's a wiring mess right now. The green case will go back into storage. I'm going to keep it forever because it's got my son's signature on it. I mean, he was 8 and we built it in the backyard, I'm not going to get rid of it. I also have the very first oscillator we ever bought, and that one's actually put away somewhere safe. The first oscillator we ever bought was a Tip Top Z3000, I think. It's just a nice analog oscillator. Let's see. Jeff asks, do you think designing an instrument versus collecting all the modules is a completely different mindset? Oh, you do think. I do think designing an instrument versus collecting. Yeah, I've been through 2 rounds of the collecting all the modules thing. And at this point, I'm doing the design an instrument. And, you always have the escape hatch of modular. Like, I could always go back to the collect all the modules, Pokemon style. But what I want is, right now, a Matriarch with some digital oscillators and some wave folders in it, and an EQ bump. That's what I want. So, hey, Kieran. So that's what's going on. All right, it's 2:16. Let's switch to a different drone, shall we? All right. then since we're changing the drone sounds, let's change the Matriarch sound a little bit. That's where we were. Let's go to everybody. I haven't done a sawtooth thing. Actually, let's play with the wave folders. Since there's a couple wave folders in here now. Let's play with the wave folders with a lot of delay, shall we? So I've not done patching this thing. So like eventually what's going to happen is I'll have some of the attenuators on this routed so that when I want to modulate the wave folders, I just bring up the attenuator that's controlling it. It's not set up yet. And let's retune these other oscillators that are not tuned right. Are we making fart sounds today, Quattro Regina? Yeah. I'm making fart sounds that has nothing to do with the synthesizer. But we don't have a live mic that's a condenser for the room, so oh well. No sample libraries will be made today. Sharp. Let's put something under it. I'm big on layers. Resonance, which is going to kill the bass, so we'll bump the low end. A little too much. It had better tune the Moog too. I'm sorry, what am I missing here? Hold on. Let's see. Kieran, hey, cosine coded. Tracy, welcome. Glad you made it. Yeah, the drone's rolling. Let's see. Who else popped in? Yeah, the modular stuff. It's always a risk, but I'm just designing an instrument. I'm not collecting all the things. But I have got a new case in the works. Sometimes the drone's random LFOs, bringing all the levels up and down of the voices. Sometimes they all go quiet. This is not bad. Here, let's try doing a little thing. Hold the line at semi-modular, Kieran. Yep. Me too. Yeah, me too. Trying. All right, let's see. Let's see. Dueling basses, putting something down underneath there. All right. Let's soften this a little bit. Need a little softer lead, a little more mellow. Kind of a little funeral dirgy, don't you think? A little depressing. All right. Yeah, let's get out of A. All right. So let's do this. Can I create those lows with the Moog Slim Fatty? Yeah, sure you could. Slim Fatty, what, has 2 oscillators on it, right? You could certainly get all the Minotaur style, slightly phasing square wave low end stuff for sure. Let's see. I could save one preset. I have one preset slot. That's it. So, yeah. Let's see. What did I miss here? Tune the Moog. All right, good. I want to just get caught up real quick. Let me start the next. We'll go to F. Turn that off. Let's see. I think this is F Lydian. One of my favorites. Let's see. Yeah, I can save one preset. Actually, Rob, there are many things like a Moog now. And that's okay. I think that's okay. Depends on your perspective, right? If you're a collector, sure, there's nothing like a Moog. If you're just a sound designer, there's lots of things like a Moog, right? I think, right? I've tried a lot at this point. So I don't, if I might offend people, right? If people who are like, the Moog analog sound is unique, if you want to think that, that's fine. But I think if you want a mini Moog, right, or you want something like Grandmother or something, you could do it in software, you could do it in hardware, you could do it in digital. It just takes effort. That's all. But I appreciate that. Appreciate your perspective. Let's see. Can you create those lists with a Slim Fatty? Yeah. Yes, you can, Andrew. Needed to be a little softer. Add some donut. Nice. Yeah, the Slim Fatty's great. Do you remember all those years? Like through all of the 90s, I think. What is it? Jordan Rudess, the Slim Fatty was his favorite synth and he used it everywhere. Like his whole rig was just stacks of Slim Fatties. So, no C major today, Andy. Sorry. We did G, A, F now, and then we're going to go to E. Sorry. Diva. So everyone loves Diva. I've never tried it. So, but everyone loves it. As far as, you know, the Yuhi synths go. I really like the Zebralet. I'm excited for Zebralet. Zebra 3, the new oscillator thing on there looks cool. Oh, nice. Go for it, Jeff. I look forward to hearing that. Let's see. Yeah, Behringer. If you want to, like, the Behringer Model D, the Mini Moog clone, they're good, you know. It's good if you need the sound, right? But like, I don't think you could see this. Let me see what's in view of the camera here real quick. All right, so this thing here is a Mini Moog. There ain't no synth out there with knobs this chunky, except maybe some of the modular makers, like Analog Solutions or synthesizers.com. They're using new old stock, or they're making sure that the chunk is there. But like when you turn the octave switch on these things, it requires effort. It's like, okay, and it goes chunk. It's totally there. So if you're a collector there and you are looking at Moogs, you're, you know, part of the satisfaction of having them is the chunk factor, right? But it's not required for the sound, right? So on the Behringer Model D, which I've only played with very briefly, the knobs are switches where they need to be switches and potentiometers where they need to be potentiometers, and they feel fine, but it's not the same, right? It is shrunk down to fit in Eurorack and things like that. It doesn't feel the same, but it sounds good. So anyway, let's see. Country Fair has 2 Behringer Model Ds. Nice. You could do all of Michael Jackson's Thriller, because allegedly, this is an urban legend. I don't know if it's true or not. Allegedly, Michael Jackson was in the studio. They had 2 Mini Moogs there, and he ended up slaving them together and layering them. And that's like the majority of the synth bass on Thriller is 2 Mini Moogs layered on top of each other. So I don't know whether that's true or not, but I've heard that from numerous sources over the years. Who knows? It could be something to fight over, just like, you know, which synth was used in Van Halen's Jump off of the 1984 album, Oberheim, or what, you know, people argue about that too. Let's see. Yeah, Zebra. I like Zebra from UE. Let's see. Okay, we're arguing over duck season or wabbit season. That's fine. What are we in now? We're in F. Okay. So F's rolling. Okay. Get your Model D out of storage for... Yeah, you should. It's a good synth. Who says it wasn't an Oberheim? Someone said it wasn't an Oberheim. I remember, I mean, you know, musical gear forums, you could say any statement and someone will argue something else against it, right? So anyway, let's see. Yeah, I remember that. Quattro, yeah, I seem to recall that fellow too. It's the guy with the curly hair. Yeah. All right, so we're in F. All right, let's clean this up again. All right. The problem is you need to start from nothing when you go here. So let me see here. All right, so there's a sawtooth. Let's turn this down for a second. We're doing classic Moog sounds today, apparently. A little less resonance. All right, it's a little muddy. Gotta turn that EQ down. All right. And let's layer an octave above that. Do the classic Moog 3 oscillator thing. We'll do three oscillators 1 octave apart each. Actually, for a lead, we gotta sort of, it's too broad to do in a lead. Now let's play with the delay. So here's the reason to buy a Matriarch, okay? If you are really into vintage gear, okay, and you are looking at the price of the Matriarch, I forget how much it is, a couple grand, I think, 1,700, something like that. Used 1,500, maybe less. If you want to go buy a Moog 104D, the delay, those pedals are $2,000 used. You could get, and that's what's in here, but a stereo version. So for the price of a Matriarch, you get a Moog analog, a classic Moog analog delay, plus a synthesizer as an add-on. So it's a benefit. And you can do fun things like this. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. We'll just let this feedback for a while. It's a one trick. It's fun to do once or twice. Buy the pedal. Yeah, buy the pedal, get a synth, basically. So, if anyone else snuck in and I missed him, sorry. It's good Thank you for being here. There's like a Simpsons theme song in here somewhere. Half god, half beast. Or biscuit. Let's see. Man with beard. Let's do a pluck. Let's bring it all up a bit. Here's this. So speaking of digital oscillators, so this is a braids with a pluck set. So if we put that on top of these others. Let's see if the ARP will behave. So I've noticed some problems with my particular Matriarch. I don't know if it's all of them or not, but after it's been on for a few hours, I don't know if it's thermal, but sometimes the ARP starts doing weird stuff. Let's see. Let's slow it down. this is monotonous. I'm tuning in LFO time. Questions. Part of the patch or EQ processing. What was your question, Kieran? I like the colorful Matriarch more than the black one. I know everybody really loves the black one, but there's something about the angry fruit salad version, as I call it, that just makes me happy. I've got braids in here. Yeah. I don't know. Airflow. It's behaving right now, so I'm not sure. Try that again. So can you tell me what 1980s movie this is from? This is my version of it. All of them. Okay, yeah. Make it more obvious. Something Carpenter. Close. No. Soundtrack is by Queen. It's the villain's theme. Here you go. This is Ming's theme. You got it. Alright, enough of that. It flashed before your eyes. Ah! That is by far my favorite soundtrack of all films. Alright, let's see. Yep, take care of your shoulder. Casual noises. I'll see you. I'm wrapping up too. It's 2:52, so we'll chit chat here for a few minutes, and then I'll call it a day at 3. So, any questions, comments, observations? Let's see what's going on out in the world of synthesizers. I don't really do like synth news and stuff like that, but I don't know. People are going insane for the Moog Muse. That's cool. I'm happy that it seems to be a success. Good for them. I can only imagine that like the Muse and the Labyrinth and stuff, it takes so long to develop a synthesizer. Those things have to have been in the pipe already. I don't think those are in music Moog synths. I think those are Moogs. Those are the last gasp of the Moog synths, right? So who knows? What do you guys think? The guys are talking about cider and lager. I cannot drink anymore. My cardiologist was very clear with me. They were like, if you so much as have a shot or a beer, your heart will explode. Her words, not mine. So yeah, no. But I do miss cider at the down at the pub. 5 years in the Muse making, 100% Moog. Oh, Vic. Hey, man. Glad you made it. Vic Korftron has Muse and is very happy with it, as far as I can tell. Spectravox had to be in the pipe for forever. Yeah, for sure. And the Labyrinth, too. I mean, I was sad, right? So many people shit all over the Labyrinth. I like it. I think it's great. I got in a big fight on someone else's Discord server. Not a big fight. I got into an internet argument because people were shitting all over it, and then they were shitting all over the people who liked it. They're like, yeah, all those people who do generative music, man, those people are, they were saying disparaging things to them. And I'm just like, there's a large body of people, and I have a lot of friends who are all into generative music. I can understand if it's not your thing, like you don't dial it in. It's like, ooh, I want to hear that. But, it's a thing. Anyway, got in a big argument about it. And then whatever. This is true. Here's a thing I learned that I think is pretty awesome, actually. If you're on a Discord server with someone, you're having an argument. And I say Discord because Discord has voice channels where you can go in and physically talk to each other, like with audio, like phone call. So we were going back hot and heavy, text, rah, 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 rage, everybody's getting upset. And someone else said, why don't we all just go in the chat room and talk it out? And we did. And honestly, I didn't agree with the guy I was fighting with, but we were civil and we were polite, and we worked out our perspectives in such a way that while I still don't agree with him and he doesn't agree with me, we are polite. And the server discourse in text after that was friendly. So, if you get in an argument with someone, see if you can talk to him vocally. I have a dad moment. I know you're all my age or older probably. So I'm not like blinding flash of the obvious, but I like Discord, and I'm on a lot of Discord servers, and they all have voice channels. So the next time I get in an argument with someone, I'll be like, let's go talk it out. Anyway. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff, you can read the sarcasm between Jeff's lines there. Basically AI, worst of all music. I like the Labyrinth. I think it's awesome. I really like those phase lock loop Turing device sort of melody generators. Love them. Not because I need them to generate I'm fully capable of generating a melody, but I like the idea of a stream of randomness that you take a snapshot of, and that snapshot, then you lock it, right? Phase lock loop, you lock it in place and it starts repeating. And as soon as something starts repeating, it gets legitimized, right? And then it's on you to build stuff on top of it. It's freaking awesome, man. Like just an idea creator, and there's two of them in there, and you could play them against each other. It's great. It's a great idea. And I know someone built one in like Bitwig's Grid or in Reactor. They built it in Max for Live or something, which is great. If you have those, go try it out. It's pretty cool. There is a great analog synth that has big chonky knobs other than the Mini Moog. Sure. Vermona Performer. Oh yeah. I've seen a bunch of the Vermona synths. They do have big chonky knobs. I mean, I'm not saying that Moog's the only people who do that, right? But there is something to be said for chonky knobs. Let's see. Did I miss anything here? Let's see. Still haven't explored Discord. Not sure if it's for me. Hey, Marky. Welcome. Discord is yet another chat thing. Like it's threaded conversations or not threaded, open forum conversations. It's a useful tool. If it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, that's fine. There's tons of Facebook groups too. There's Hardware Jam's Facebook group. I can't get into it. I really want to, because a bunch of my friends are in there, but I cannot do it. Right. So, let's see what else is going on. I wish the SEO2 had chunky knobs. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, those are teeny tiny. But what makes the SEO2 super awesome, man with beard, and I think you'll probably agree with me, is presets, right? And from the preset perspective, a lot of people are like, presets are dumb, don't use presets. Presets are awesome for one thing. Two things. One, providing you with some sound examples, which is nice. Do you have to use them? No. But the most important thing, I think, about synths that have presets, the thing I like best about it, is after you make something awesome, you can frickin' save it. And then later, you don't have to rebuild it again, right? So presets are great. If there was a module I could install that would let me save presets on the Matriarch, I absolutely would. I'd pay $1,000 for it. So there's a challenge. Get to work. If I don't, I should probably caveat that with something. Otherwise, Jeff Hopkins will actually go do it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm not going to do this because other people have done it. And I don't know, if I do it too, it's sort of, I think it lessens that. But if you guys are hanging out in any synth communities and you ever met Inky the cat, she died this week. It was kind of a surprise. And some people have had moments of silence for her, things like that. I'm not going to do that. Not out of disrespect, but simply I don't want to copycat and then lower the gesture from other people. But just know that a really kind synth nerd has passed away unexpectedly this week. And I guess a couple of weeks ago, one of the Behringer demo guys also did, who was also very young. So just think about it, count your blessings, pet your pets, pick up your kids, that kind of stuff. Let's see. Michael, I have to get my hands on Vermona stuff. My friend Bob, I've got a friend named Bob. Bob has a couple pieces of Vermona gear, and the next time I get over to his place, I'll play with it again. He's got a drum machine and something else. And they look cool. They look intimidating, actually. Big metal things. So, yes, Kieran, that's what presets are for. Lisa. Inky Cat Lisa. She was born the same year I was, right? So a bit of a wake-up call. Anyway, it's 3:00. I am going to call it a day. So I made it the whole hour, right? So there is steady progress. Still fucking hurts, but it is what it is. Tomorrow I'm going to get my heart shocked. They're going to put me to sleep, do the cardio version on me. I'm full of drugs that keep my heart beating regularly, but only after they kick-started. So, and it went off beat because I was taking pain meds for the shoulder, and the pain meds fucked with my heart rhythm. And then, anyway, so that's what that's all about. So tomorrow I'm going to get shocked. I'll be fine. Had it done 3 times. Not a big deal. They use computers, but I'll be online. And so today, last week I tried to stream and almost made an hour. Today we definitely made it an hour, so that's good. I'll stream again next Sunday. All right. And so thanks for showing up. Have fun. And I'll see you around. See you on the channel, YouTube videos, etc. I'm going to have a YouTube video coming out this week or next week about the Matriarch in detail, about what's the new routing system and what modules am I using to insert stuff into it. So if you're interested in that, that video's coming. But other than that, that's about it. All right. So everybody have fun, and I'll see you later.